In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Welcome to Chaotic Amateurs, the D&D 5e Let's Play podcast that's the best in the whole entire world. Today, I am Alex, I am your DM. To my right, I have...
Dash as Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Wolf.
Bentley as Riff.
Rhett is Zephyrus.
Caleb is Scory.
Milo is Bowl.
All right, and last we left off, our party has entered into the Hold, a prison encampment governed by the mages of the South. The Warforged here seem to be the ones in control. No mages abound, but last we left off, I believe Thrakis had, and a good portion of the group had talked to a couple of dwarves who let them know that they should come by later tonight when the food is brought out to meet with the captain, the head of the Usama soldiers here stationed in the Hold. You guys get some stuff together. You've got a little place to put what little things you have, a shack on the side of the wall, and wait for the time that the food arrives so that you can parlay with the captain. So let's begin.
That sounded so juicy.
Yeah, that was stereo.
juicy.
It's probably the grossest can opening I've ever heard in my life.
What's Foster's?
Foster's.
Oh, that's good.
For Mr.
That's
Bowl.
actually really good.
All right, and to give you guys a little idea of what this place looks like.
I break out of it.
Oh, well, there you go.
Automatically
Okay,
break out.
Duroc.
So
I
there we
kill
go.
those people on that corner.
And I go to the end of the game.
And we win.
That's it. We're done.
Hey!
Season 4. That was such a...
That
joke is... Can we kill some boars and level up first? Or?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 1 XP apiece.
Okay.
It'll take a while.
We can grind it for a while.
Yeah.
I'm
This
down.
whole season, just grinding.
Just montage it. So on the screen there, you've got kind of the outline of the Hold.
I like it.
This is
There's
beautiful.
walls all around. There's a tower in the center, and you see off to the left there, looking down on it, off to the left, next to the gate, is kind of this shanty town made up of boards and loose material. You see that there's Usama soldiers as the main prisoners here. There's a few kind of peasants, and then beyond them, further down the wall, you see a group of bandits or pirates or something. Tattoos, no garb of Usama soldiery, and beyond them, even further down, you see a couple of hobgoblins that are kind of sitting outside of their small shack, conversing about something. But a loud metallic ring comes from the tower, and if you see on the tower, there's a number of doors. To the side doors, smaller doors, Warforged come out carrying boxes. And there's about 10 boxes that they all set in a line, right, kind of in between the tower and the shanty town. And you see everyone start moving a bit from the shanty town to come to the boxes, slowly, kind of looking at each other. The Usama soldiers grab 3 of the boxes, the first 3, and then the rest of them kind of filter in. The hobgoblins come in, grab one of the boxes, and you see the one at the very end. There's a Warforged that sets it down and looks at your guys' group. And everyone's kind of pulling these boxes open, taking out what's inside. There's foodstuffs, some material like canvas, and
Anything that we
water.
recognize as our original possessions.
None of your original possessions. It looks like this is mainly food that's provided to the prisoners every day.
So did the Warforged place a box in front of us?
They place them all in a line. The very last one, though, one of the Warforged looks at your group before leaving it.
Scory knows what a scramble looks like, and so he's going to run up and grab whatever he can as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Thrakus is gonna run up and start rifling through the box.
All right. The one that
Scory has no
kind of
shame.
the last
Yes,
one. Yeah.
yeah.
So you open it up. It looks like there's some bed sheets, like some bedding material. There's a couple of loaves of bread. They look very nice, very pristine loaves of bread. Small half wheel of cheese, and then a small bag in there as well. You're rifling through, grab it. You open up the bag, and it is tobacco.
This
For me.
is a nice bag. I like it.
It's a very well-made bag.
I take it.
Did they happen to provide a mechanism for me to smoke it?
They did not.
A pipe?
There's no pipe in the box.
No.
In the bedding, is there any down?
How am I supposed to be a gentleman with no smoking
The
device?
bed is gonna be
Exactly.
down.
I'm not a barbarian.
Yeah, there's some small pillows that have a bit of down in them.
I'm going
Ooh.
to scoop up a little bit of that.
All right. Gonna open up where the seam is and pull out some.
I
You
wanna
cut
take
up
a
a
pillow.
pillow in front of everyone?
I want to take a pillow.
Yeah. There's 5 pillows.
Oh, man.
It's a small one. They're well crafted. They're not fancy, but they're well made.
My pillow.
Yeah, I take a pillow.
You take a pillow. All right.
I'd like to take some tobacco.
Yeah. It's in the bag
Is there any
that
papers?
Scory took.
Can I roll?
Hmm?
Are there any papers?
No papers.
Is there anything to mark something else with? Like ink or something that we could cannibalize to mark other stuff?
Not ink. The cheese and
Blood.
the bread, the bedding material. I mean, you have blood in you.
Right.
If you needed to get access to that, that's pretty quick.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Is there like meat in here?
No meat. No.
What's the point of any of this food?
You do notice
no
some of
meat
the
in
other
here.
boxes, the stuff that they've grabbed out. There was meat in them.
I want
I'm
to.
going to go find meat.
I want to rush up and grab, if I can, if it hasn't already passed. But Scory wants to run up and grab a Warforged by the shoulders and say, "How do I get out of here?"
Yeah, you go up to the one that was set down in your guys' box. It turns around and just looks at you, kind of with its dead eyes, and just stands there.
It doesn't bother me.
I don't think you're going to get much out of them. I think we need to talk to that leader guy.
And there's a
Alright.
couple of boxes down. Some of the peasants are pulling out some of their food, and there's some dried meats in there.
Now,
I walk over and I grab some dried meat and I start eating it.
You're intimidating, and they let you. It's
Yeah.
They kind of like grab for it, but they're like, no.
I see an opportunity where Mr. Wolf goes in and they kind of cower, and I kind of look at the rest of the team and I say, now I am sensing an opportunity here to make ourselves top dog. Now perhaps if we seize control of these here consumable materials, that we can dole them out as we see fit, curry favor, much like the prisons back where I come from. The man with the smokes, as it were, is king.
As long as we don't take advantage of anyone, I think that's okay.
We absolutely will be taking advantage of their desperation, Mr. Ball.
The linchpin of the plan.
Yeah, I wouldn't be entirely okay with that. I feel like we need to work together.
Hey, we're in a tough spot now, so we got to come together. We're a team, whether we like it or not. We're in this stupid camp. We better start running this son of a gun.
Yes, it's prison rules now.
Yeah, we're in charge.
Well, perhaps
Oh, no.
rather than making ourselves impromptu king, we can make ourselves impromptu benefactors, and we can simply stand here and hand out supplies as we seem fit. Of course, being generous where we should be, and being stingy where might be appropriate as well. Everybody gets some, and we don't have to take advantage of nobody.
Well, I mean, there needs to be a leader. You
He's got
seem
the
like
mouth.
a leading type.
Well, Mr. Ball, I am flattered you think so, and I would humbly accept this position. Now, Mr. Wolf, you stand there. Make
Yes.
sure you hand everybody a piece of some bread there, whatever they're hungry for. You look like an imposing figure to
Come
maintain
here,
order.
get your food. Line up, or I'll crush you. You will die in this prison, alone and dead and cold. Line up and get your meat, your dried meats. And I start passing it out.
Give me an intimidation check.
Yeah.
And you can use strength if you'd like to.
15.
15? You notice some of the peasants that you were taking some of the meat from cower more and kind of scuttle off to their area. The bandits are the more, the bandits. They kind of walk up with you, or walk up to you and say, "We'll take some meat."
All right, here you go. Now go
Thank
back.
you. Perfect. What else you got?
That
And
is
they
all
put it
you
in their
get.
box.
That is all you get.
Well, you thought you were giving out food. You gonna give us
Yes.
your food or what?
Yes, I gave you what you get. Now go away.
All right.
I'm done with you. I will crush your head. I will use your skull as my latrine.
Oh, that's some big talk from a big man.
Yes, I am big. It's good you have eyes to see.
Yeah.
If you would like to keep them, back off!
And he just smiles at you
Yeah,
And-
smile away.
and just puts like a line down his eye at you,
Ooh.
and then they walk off
Yeah,
back to their
Yeah, walk away.
area with the
little
the
pirate
box.
boys.
You see, you notice a few of the other people
Everybody
are starting
else
to tear
takes a
down the
step away
boxes
from Mr. Wolf.
to gather lumber. It looks like the shanty towns have been made from these boxes.
Do I recognize the gesture that he made as anything?
Give me a history check.
That's going to be a 7.
7. You don't.
Can I take a look?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
universal sign for we love you and thank you for your.
Yes, of course it is.
Bow weep grana weep ninibon.
That would be 21.
21. You
Ooh.
absolutely know what the symbol means. It's a threat, and it's to let other people know that somebody has been marked, as in they're on the list, as it were.
Part of me, I want to inform the rest of my crew, but I know that Mr. Wolf will not care one bit. But I relay that to everybody. And say, I've seen that before on the seas,
Mm-hmm.
and we best watch our backs.
But you should say it in character.
I do all that, but in character.
Perfect.
I look around. There's a lot of other people here. The Usama soldiers.
Yeah, it looks like the Usama soldiers are kind of the last remaining ones. They're gathering as much as they can from the boxes, separating it out, and they actually start giving some of it to the peasants, and some of it to and the rest of the soldiers. They, looks like they have already been. They found, figured this out where they're the ones kind of in charge, where they hand out any extra things that they might have to gain favor.
Maybe we should
And,
talk to those people.
One of the dwarves comes over to you, Thrakus. You were kind of giving out food, and says, "Soldier,
Yes.
don't need to give out your food. Keep what you can. If you need anything else, let us know. And when you all are ready, come talk to the captain."
Of course.
Oh.
We'll be there promptly.
Good. He kind of gives you a salute, and then walks back, and they start bringing all their crates
I
back.
salute back.
I want to follow the thief person that
Pirate people?
yeah,
The bandit?
Yeah,
that gave him the thing. And
You got to catch his eye and,
I
and do
want
the
to
same.
approach and just say, "What brings you here?"
He kind of turns around. The rest of them are bringing the stuff into their little shanty house. He looks at you. We made a mistake. We found ourselves as enemies of the mages, and we're here now. Not for long. Not for long.
Why are you so confident that you're going to be out of here quickly?
We've escaped every place we've ever been put into. This is going to be no challenge.
Scory looks around, kind of taking note of if there's any guards around,
Mhm.
and
And you
leans
notice
in.
there's a couple of warforged near the tower, and you've been here for a little bit. It looks like there's a pair of warforged that always circle, but that's around the edge. None of them appear to be paying any attention to anyone in particular.
I lean in and I say, "Me and my friends might be interested in joining you in your escape."
Oh, well, that would be much interesting.
I'd have to talk to them.
Yes,
But,
yes, talk to them. If we could use your skills, then we might be able to get out of here faster, and then we might take you along.
Where are you from originally?
We're from all over, mainly the
I hate it when people
coast,
say
though.
that. Okay,
And he kind
the
of says
coast.
that looking at you, thinking, are you from the South Coast as well, from the way you're dressed and the tattoos that you have?
Mm-hmm. What do I divulge? I don't know. Go to somebody else. I have to think about that for a moment.
All right. The bandit, he kind of turns and says, talk to your people. And he goes back and they kind of shut a curtain so that you can't see inside.
Wait.
You hear, movement of things inside there. If you need to go talk to them again, you know where they are.
Easy to find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well-
and this is all happening within, like, the shanty houses are 150 feet, of space that takes up the wall. They're fair, it's tight here.
Okay.
Well, should we maybe go and talk to the captain of those dwarves over there? I mean, they seem to have some promising information for us when last we spoke.
We should do that, yes.
I think it's always good to get involved with the people in charge.
All right. Now, Mr. Wolf, keep your head on a swivel. Like Scory said, you are marked to be a dead man, and I'd hate to have to carry your cumbersome corpse out of here.
It is rather large.
So,
No one will be carrying my corpse. I will be carrying multiple corpses out of here.
So you make your way over to, So the
Cut
Usama
to the chase.
small building, everything else is walls and maybe some canvas to cover it. This looks more like a building. They've had some time to build this, and you step inside this kind of big open area, beds all lining the walls, and then you see about a half dozen soldiers. There's more outside that just hang out outside, but standing in the center, looking over the goods with a rag over one eye. And the marking of a captain on his kind of tunic, stands this human captain. The dwarves that you had met earlier are sitting, down. They are breaking into some of the stuff they had, some dried meats and cheeses, and they begin eating that. And the captain looks up to you all, says, "You're the new rivals, are we?"
Yes, you are captain, right?
Yes, Captain Alvond, I see. You served the Usama kingdom as well.
Yes, for the good of the kingdom.
For the good of the kingdom, yes. What brings you lot here?
Just to be clear, the whole captain thing is strictly military. It's not.
Right. Yeah, it's a military rank, as far as you would know.
Well, it seemed we got mixed up in some business with an innkeeper named Morgan, and things got a little out of hand, and for some reason we got picked up. I'm actually here investigating some of the things that are going on with the Warforge. It's quite curious.
He spits at the mention of the Warforged. Mixed up with an innkeeper. That doesn't tend to get you put into a mage prison.
Yes, this one fooled us with his trickery and magic. Had us. He fooled us.
we also met up with some folks that perhaps you remember. Now, real quick, was like Vala? Did she end up?
Zin is here as well.
Zin. Okay.
Not in this building, but you saw them outside.
Okay.
When they were
I just wanted to
things.
make sure.
And that's what Zin did kind of vouch for you that you were.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, of course, we got mixed up with Morgan the innkeeper, like he says, and also some other Usama soldiers, including Zin, who I've seen around here.
That's right. Zin did tell me that something was going on.
Yes, something very strange indeed.
Is that the guy that died in the forest?
Yeah, one of those people was, yeah. I don't remember who it
No.
was.
He fell in the forest as you guys were
He was
leaving.
knocked unconscious.
We
He
sent him
ran
down.
because he was a bit scared that you guys would kill him.
We were going to use him as fodder.
And he
Yeah.
fell on the road. Looks like he didn't
Fell.
die, and they brought him. He fell.
quote unquote.
And so he was brought as a prisoner as well.
Oh, so he's alive.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
They use like stun guns on them like they did us.
Looks like they wanted to take prisoners,
I forgot
Yeah.
about
not just kill.
So, yes, it was most strange happenings indeed. And of course, we too were taken and woken up here without our belongings. And I spoke with some fine dwarves earlier. And Is this gentleman a dwarf too?
No, he's a human. The
He's a
captain's a human. And the two dwarves you talked to are sitting next to him, and they kind of nod. It's like, yep, these are the guy.
Gotcha. And I spoke with those fine gentlemen over there earlier and made them aware of our situation. And I believe we can be of service to one another. Our party here is keen on escaping from the hold, as I'm sure you are as well.
I've been here a long time. There's no escape from this place. Many have tried before. I've been here almost a year now, and I've seen soldiers fall. I've seen others fall beyond
Did they
our
promise
kingdom.
you could go if you just like talk to them?
Yes, they do conduct interviews. No soldier of the Usama Kingdom has ever left because of that. Some of the others have.
So
With
people
all
have been able to leave after the interviews?
Yes.
Is that just a matter of loyalty?
I'm not sure. I've never been interviewed by them. I will not submit to it. But whenever they conduct these interviews, these interrogations, it's always a mage that does it. We see that they come here, but we never actually see them themselves. The mages interrogate, and depending on that interaction, some will be, I assume, let go. Others come back to stay in the prison.
That is interesting indeed. Are there any soldiers, or not soldiers, I guess, because Usama didn't, but have you spoken with any of these folks who have undergone the interview?
Yeah. We've had a few come back, and we've talked to them about it. They use some sort of magic to get them to tell the truth. They also they do something to their minds where they can't distinguish between realities afterwards. There's any kind of motions down the shanty houses. There's a couple of folk that we bring food to because they just simply won't bring them food themselves. If
Like
you were interrogated,
feeble-minded?
you should comply. Otherwise, I'm not sure what will happen to you.
I don't know if I can speak for my friends here, but I am not in the mood to have my mind torn asunder by dark magics. Perhaps escape is on the menu after all.
If you would like to escape, do that on your own time, and do not. And he looks at you, Thrak, as you know, since you're part of the military. Do not include us in these attempts. We do not want the punishment of the warden.
Now, what is stopping one from perhaps, using magics of their own inside? Are there going to be dire consequences if I start flinging spells hither and thither?
If you can fling spells, you go right ahead. There's nothing preventing it. That's why I'm so happy Zin is here. We may be able to do a little more now that we've got a magic user here. All the rest of the soldiers are basically infantrymen. They know specialized skills.
Well, if specialized skills are something you're interested in, I have quite a lot of skill in creating items and infusing them with magics.
That is very useful. If we could perhaps take some of your time, do some improvements on the fortress here.
That is a possibility. Yeah, I do need some things from you, though, to be able to do these magics.
Let me know what you need, and we can see if we can find it.
I also have skills. I can swing large objects into the head of my enemies.
Very good.
Very well.
Captain,
And he kind of looks at the dwarf, gives him a nod. The dwarf gets up, walks to the corner of the area, kind of underneath the bed, and pulls out a big piece of wood.
Ah, nice.
It says,
Great for
"Soldier,
swinging.
take this. If you want to smash some more forge, just make sure the warden's not looking."
Ah, perfect.
And he gives you what is essentially a club.
Fantastic. I have a weapon now. Oh, sorry. I have lumber
now
for building.
Well, as far as what I need, I don't know if you see, I've got a little bit of a problem here with my hand.
Oh, that's not...
Well, it's not supposed to look like this exactly. They kind of sealed my fist in this metal container. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Is there something you could maybe get off my hand?
No, you haven't seen anything quite like that. I know the Warforged can contain people through different means. We can try and get that off.
Well, that would be awesome. You could do that.
Yeah. No, we've got some tools. We can try.
I could certainly help with that. I have skills removing locked things.
Gotcha. Come back after everyone's eaten. We'll try. Then, if we do get it off, we would require your help.
There's things I could certainly do.
Perfect.
Now, Captain, a couple quick questions for you before I bid you adieu. Now, if we were to spring an escape, would the soldiers of Usama under your command like to follow us to their freedom, back to the kingdom?
No, we as soldiers will be waiting for our rescue.
I'm afraid your rescue is here, Captain.
I'm afraid not. The only soldier among you is this one. If you wish to escape, like I said, do not involve any of the soldiers, or else our relationship is done.
What is your relationship with the pirates?
That's what I was going to ask, too. Yeah, go ahead.
They try and take anything they can. They don't realize if you ask the Warforged for things, they'll give them to you. Simple things.
Scory's nodding.
So they are
we
quite
don't
stupid.
trust them. They are secretive. They
excuse me?
exist outside the law. This is everything we are against.
Yes, pirates are marble-headed morons.
That's right.
Yes,
Scory shrugs.
Stupid idiots, all of them.
And a final thing I believe all of us might be interested in. You've been here a while, you say. Now, have you seen where they take one's possessions after they bring them to the hold?
Yeah, I definitely want my chucks back, dude.
Chucks, yes.
Chucks, yes.
Oh,
We're fairly confident that... You know the main entrance where you were brought in.
Well, we kind of woke up. We just kind of woke up in
was that in the middle tower that we?
That was
see?
in that central tower.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and it's the door you came out of was the north. The door pointed up north.
Okay.
If you go into that main room to the left, we believe the personal items are stored there.
Oh, behind the locked door.
Yes.
Have you ever tried getting?
We've tried unlocking it before. We just don't have the right tools.
I thought that was just the other door.
Too well made.
Too well made.
That is most interesting.
Do you know what type of guard might carry that key? Maybe we could nick the key off of him.
No. The warden, I assume, has most of the keys. Actual
warden.
physical keys. The Warforged themselves can go in and out of the rooms without using anything.
Can we trick one?
What else can you tell me about the warden?
Well, the warden is the one that oversees this place when the mages are away. He's a fully realized Warforged like yourself, but under the control of the mages. If you find yourself able to kill the warden, you'll soon find yourself with a new warden. We have done that before. They stopped bringing rations for a week, and we were not very happy with that.
How long does it take for them to find a new warden?
It happens almost immediately. As long as the circlet finds a new host, then the new warden will appear.
Yeah, that's something I think we saw before.
Yeah, Scory's eyebrow raises and looks at everybody else. Because didn't you try to get a hold of that thing? Who tried to get a hold of that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got it twice.
That was at Morgan's place?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you pulled it off of one of the Warforged, and it was, it
And it was a
flew
matter
to
of
another
like
one.
a constitution check or something like that, right? Like
Yeah.
It was a strength check to just pull it off.
Yeah.
It's a physical object
Mm-hmm.
that can go
It's
from...
like a magnet that wants to.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, Captain, I am curious what the... sorry, trying to frame this sentence here. I am curious what one such as yourself and what the kingdom of Usama thinks of old aristocratic household in the kingdom of Usama. House Magnus. Does that ring a bell to y'all?
The name, no. But the dwarves did say that there was a noble among you. Is that you?
Well, I've been trying to keep it under wraps, but yes, that is right. I am of noble blood.
I see. And you're from the Old Kingdom?
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. From the Old Kingdom, that's right.
Well, Usama is your kingdom as well, then. We are happy to have you on our soil, as it were, but not happy that you've suffered these consequences. The nobles are not meant for war. That is what we soldiers are here for, and we are sorry that we were not able to protect you.
Well, Captain, the reason I bring it up is not to seek your protection, but to, of course, ask you if, we can escape together. Now, I know you said no, but I am putting it out there one more time.
We as soldiers, I must protect these men. I must protect these soldiers.
Understandable, Captain.
Escape and the punishment for it, I imagine, is high. I will not subject them to that, and I know that we will succeed in this war, and once that happens, we will be rescued.
Scory pipes up and says, "Excuse me, but aren't you a free man? Obviously not behind these walls, but...
Not at the moment.
Do you wish to be a free man?
I just wish to serve my kingdom.
Do you wish for your soldiers to be free men and women?
I wish for them to serve their kingdom.
Then stop being a coward."
Ooh. Oh, damn.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check. It's up to you.
I guess I should have went for the persuasion rolls. Why don't I ever do that?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice.
You see his one eye just kind of look down, and as he searches, deep within himself. Coward. Maybe I am a coward. I have one job, and it's to protect these people. If you can find a means of escape, if you can find it for all of us, we will go.
I put my hand out for a predator handshake.
He knows the one. He'll shake your hand.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you son of a...
I'm in.
Yeah, and he shakes your hand and gives you, a look right
Caleb
in the eye.
flexes.
I say to him, well, Captain, if there is one thing that you should learn from people of my ancestry, and I gesture to my skin and stuff, I say, one must only learn to rub their prison the right way to escape it. Genie joke, guys, come on.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I get it.
Well, if you can rub this prison to let us out, we'll be behind you.
Okay. That's one reach around I can get behind.
Get behind. Okay.
I would like to, if we're done with the captain...
I don't know.
I would like
go
to
ahead. Sorry.
introduce myself to the captain. My name is Bol, and what might your name be?
Captain Elvon.
Alvon?
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask, you seem to be pretty knowledgeable, considering you've been here for quite some time.
I've been here a while.
Scory looks at him with kind of like a pitiful look. Like, why haven't you taken charge of yourself? And asks him, since you're so familiar with this place, do you know where we are in relation to the Crafters clan?
No, I'm not sure where this hold even is. The Crafters clan, as far as we know, is in the mountains along the valley between the mages' territory and Usama. We've never been to it, though. They only deal with the mages, as far as I know.
Can I do some sort of perception check to see if anybody else has a reaction to hearing that?
Yeah, make an insight check. You kind of gauging the facial expressions and the body posture of everyone around.
11.
11. You look around and it doesn't catch anyone's ear.
Okay. Well, what's up? What's next?
Is anybody? Did you have other stuff to do with them?
I want to try to get this thing off my hand.
Gotcha. Well, they did say come back after eating. So if we have a moment, I'd like to investigate the gate that's at the top.
Okay.
To see kind of what, not investigate necessarily, but look at it, get a
go over to
measure of it. Yeah.
Gate at the top.
And I want to go back and check the room that's got all of our stuff.
Okay.
Maybe take a closer look at that.
Yeah, inside the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, Zeph, you go over to the main gate.
Yeah.
There's 2 Warforged kind of on either side of it, standing watch. They look at you, but, you're free to go up and look at the gate. And it's massive. It's like 40 feet across. At the very top, you see 2 large gears. It's made of metal.
Is it like...
That's about it.
Is it like a solid gate? Or is it like a,
It looks, it's a solid metal gate. There's no bars.
Gotcha.
Can't see through.
Okay, that's my question.
And yes, as far as, any sort of mechanism, how this thing works, you are not sure.
Okay. I'd like to, if I see Scory heading towards that room that we kind of suspected might have our possessions, I'd like to join him.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I want my show.
Okay. So yeah, the 3 of you head into the main lobby.
Oh, this is nice, the lobby.
Yeah, the main lobby. You just look up. That's it there. That's right.
Scory asks for a margarita.
Hey, this isn't...
Uh-huh.
It's too late.
Damn. Ow. Ow. My face.
What was that Will Ferrell character that he would just, when he was interviewing people, just hit them?
No, that was Bill Hader.
Yeah.
He played an old man, and he'd ask a question, then he would just
hit
him in the face with a microphone.
I love that.
It's very good.
Okay. Enough of that.
Wow. So this is the main lobby. You've got the main door up top, the 2 doors that
And
lead
this is the
down.
thing we were in before?
You were in here before, yeah. This is kind of where the warden talked to you.
Those were the stairways
Or
that we came up.
Yeah, the warden talked to you
Okay.
below, where the kind of crystal wall is, and then that crystal blue is. On the right-hand side there, kind of left if you're walking in, is the door that they mentioned before, and then across is another door as well.
And the door on our right side of the screen here, that's the one that he mentioned might have
That's
our
the one he
possessions.
thinks has those.
I'd like to investigate it
Yeah,
a little bit more closely.
Ditto.
Give me an investigation check, and
Can I just give him
and you
the
can
help?
aid for that as well.
So he gets advantage? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you better do good.
I thought we already did this.
We did.
You guys, you took a look.
Yeah,
at it.
14.
14.
Oh, come on.
All right, you take a look at the door. It's a metal door. It has a handle and a lock. There's a little bit of a gap underneath,
How big's the gap?
like
There we go.
like 4 pieces of parchment could fit underneath. Not very big.
It's very narrow.
Like maybe a knife blade could go through. But you do know that it is different from the other door that leads more into the interior, and that one there was nothing. There was no gap underneath. It was a much more sealed door than this one is.
Zephyr.
But yeah, looks like there is a locking mechanism, and looks fairly well secure.
Pardon me for being rude, but I've been on a boat for a long time, and politeness isn't kind of what I'm known for, but where are you from?
Where did I live before this?
Kuningrick.
Kuningrick. That's the old kingdom, right?
That's the old kingdom, yeah.
That's quite all right, Mr. Telbrun. I am from Kuningrick, the old kingdom, if you will.
Does Scory know, like, any particular racial connection to that town? Like, what might be a heavy population there?
Give me a history check. You may know some. You may know something.
Why is this coming up at the door?
9.
9? You don't know much about Kuningrik. You know that there have been some ships in the area that are from Kuningrik, but that's about it.
Have I encountered any foes or fellow pirates from that?
No,
Okay.
no. It's a ways away. You know that it's a nation almost on the other side of the world.
Mr. Telbrun, why do you ask?
Well, I'm sorry to be. This might be somewhat racist, but I notice your blue skin.
Yes.
Do you by chance have any sort of gaseous properties?
Now, Mr. Telbrun, of course, you might be referring to the trick that you saw me perform while we were at the inn.
I didn't want to bring it up, but yeah.
Yes. Now, I can sort of dissipate my form. However, 4 parchment papers thick of a gap underneath is too narrow, according to my ability.
Have you tried?
No, I have not.
You might roll a natural 20, you never know.
I don't think that's how it works, but so he's referring to my Zephyr Dash ability, which allows me to disengage and puff into mist. Mechanics specify a gap of 1 inch.
If you want to try it, you can.
I will try it. Sure.
Okay.
So
it doesn't hurt.
I mean, it might hurt.
It could hurt.
It says as long as I don't
really bad.
It says I can't end my turn in the gap.
Uh-oh.
But
So 6 seconds.
but I have 30 feet of movement, so I can theoretically.
So yeah, go ahead and
I don't.
You're gonna enact the ability, and you're going to try and squeeze through. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I just killed off one of our teammates.
you're going to end up like cut in half.
Go lay down.
21.
21.
Ooh.
You make your form into a mist. You know, it's amorphous and just kind of sinks down to the ground, kind of bubbles up a little bit as you slide underneath the door. And then kind of the back half of you is also trying to go through and just squeezes and squeezes as you form on the other side. And let's see if I can do this very fancy.
It's all bad guys.
You're immediately run asunder.
Riddled with arrows.
Oh, that's how I do that. Reveal.
I don't like having the check.
Look
to
at the
get out
tokens. Look at the tokens.
there. Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
Sweet.
Tokens, everybody.
We have upgraded our system from a white board to a LED board.
I don't think you have to say that in your voice.
Ooh, in the table.
Oh, come on.
Do it in that one. Do it in your butt.
A real man does it this way.
Quick, put your hand here. The black.
See, I wasn't going to
nothingness.
try. That's why I was checking, because I wasn't going to try unless the gap was big enough. But I guess if you technically think about the gap all the way across the floor, like maybe
An
it is.
inch. Yeah, 4 parchments is not an inch, but
But it's wide is why I'm allowing it.
Cool,
It's
cool.
the-
kind of spread out.
I didn't want to push it
Spread
too
your
hard.
mist.
Yeah, spread your mist, Brett.
Yeah.
Get spread.
That's why they call me Mr. Zephyrus.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So dumb.
Hey, where's Willem, by the way?
He's at your shanty house.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
at our
right.
shanty house protecting our things.
Ride that motorcycle, would you, bud?
Most dad dance ever.
There we go.
Ooh.
Hey, whoa.
The fog of war dissipates.
That's exactly what it is. So you enter here. Whoop. What does it look like for you? Yeah, perfect. I can't get the angle to do it right.
That's
But
okay.
what you enter in is a large room, tables, holding different items, lots of boxes, crates, chests. It's just a mess. You do see in the middle of the room, at one of the tables, is a Warforged.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Is he
And-
deactivated?
Roll a luck check.
Let's see. Okay. And he's going to be right there. Just looking over things in a crate. Doesn't notice you.
Oh.
What is that big box between us?
This one.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah, that big.
That's a big table. On it is all kinds of different items. There's swords, clubs, bows. Looks like weaponry.
God, if I wanted to be crazy bold, I would just go over there and like kill the Warforged. But could I kill him with a spell?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking anybody.
I'm on the other side.
Well,
And I think-
none of us are in the room with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the other side, and Riff is on the other
So.
side.
I'm not even in the building.
So,
I'm
what?
just
So
laying
we
I'm
could
laying on the ground trying to look under, and I just see like your feet.
You're peeping.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Okay.
Like I'm squinting.
So we could overtake the Warforged.
Give me a perception check.
but-
Trying to look underneath.
There's
All right, see how
nothing
much you can
saying that he wouldn't notify. Like if he's got some sort of Warforged alarm.
5. You don't see much.
Killing it.
Okay. I guess just being as stealthy as I can, I want to survey the area. If he has his back turned, I mean, I want to like.
Yeah, he's gonna look at. He's moving things in a crate. Don't know how long he's gonna do that for, but he's not looking at you.
Yeah, I want to kind of look for anything that sort of resembles my bag, my friend's bag, anything like that. I want to duck kind of beneath the table a little bit to try and hide, maybe
Okay.
move further down.
Give me a stealth check and then an investigation check.
That is a 12 for stealth.
12 for stealth. Okay.
And the investigation is a 7.
7. Okay. You start moving some of the boxes, opening the ones you think you can, looking underneath the table. You find other things. So there's, it's a bag of gold in some of the crates.
I pocket that.
Pocket the gold. You got it's 20 gold.
Wait, are you still in gaseous form?
No.
No, it ends
Okay.
once you're on the other side.
Okay.
But anything on your person will go as well, up to your encumbrance. You don't find any of your own supplies. You're only able to kind of look at this small corner of the area. Other thing you find, you find armor in some of the crates. You find other small supplies,
God, maybe I should just take
like
some of this
rations
stuff
and things like that.
blast back through the door. Because then I could give him a sword. You give you guys weapons, maybe. This is why am I here? Just continuing to maintain as much stealth, I guess. Am I able to go behind, kind of like on the southwestern side of those boxes there, or is that like pressed up against the wall?
That's all pressed up against the wall there. Yeah,
Okay.
you can go. I mean, to those boxes, you kind of look through some of those boxes as what you're doing.
Okay, gotcha.
If this is retconning, if you would let it, and it's totally fine if you don't, but I like to think that before I suggested that he go in, I say, look for a bag of bones.
Do I find a bag of bones?
A bag of bones is not found. No.
God, I could probably take this Warforged one-on-one, but I don't want to risk it. So what I'm going to do is the weapons that are on the table specifically.
Mhm.
There's swords. There's what can I just grab an armful of, basically?
The more you grab, the higher the DC is going to be to try and grab
Get
these
back-
things stealthily.
Okay.
There's a great sword in there. There's a couple of axes, short swords, long swords. There's a long bow, a short bow. No ammunition for them. And you know what? I would say in the corner there is some nunchucks. I would say that weapon would be there.
Okay.
Are they the nunchucks,
They're-
or are they just a set
They
of
look
nunchucks?
like Riff's nunchucks.
Oh, okay. So I grab those for sure.
Okay.
I'm like, spoiled little shit.
So yeah, what are you gonna grab?
Okay.
And then we're gonna have a check.
I grab the chucks.
There's no bag of bones, so I don't care.
I grab the great sword, even though it's probably huge.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Does anybody else have any requests they want to whisper under the door real quick?
I'm not there.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, so I grab the chucks, I grab the greatsword, and I grab just, I guess, like another... You said there's no arrows for the crossbows.
No arrow, no ammunition, no.
And
You
I,
did see, yeah.
Is there a pen or...
do I see a pipe?
No pipe.
Okay, and then I grab basically another long sword.
A long sword.
This is dumb. I probably should just keep checking this room, but and then I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to get this stuff to the team.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Shit. 7.
7.
Yeah.
The Warforged sits up,
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
starts looking around the room, sees you, and starts making its way towards you.
Open the freaking door.
Oh, yeah. Can I just open the door from this side? I never tried.
You want to try?
Yeah.
It opens.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I throw the chucks to Riff. I hand a sword to Scory. I guess whatever
Mhm.
one you want.
The great sword, and I charge.
Cool.
All right, and that's where we're going to end it for today's episode. Yeah, we've opened a door.
Why didn't I try the door first? I'm so dumb.
I was sitting here and I was like, oh, now open the door. But I was like, don't metagame. And then you were like, now I'm going to look around. And I was like,
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. I am Alex, your DM. To my right, I have
Dash as Mr. Wolf.
Bentley Michaels as Riff.
Zephyrus?
Caleb as Scory Tailbroom.
Milo's bowl.
And thank you guys. Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.